Yeah, we took mushrooms.
Oh yeah.
We took mushrooms for our, because I was like, I caught up with a mate, and then he was like, oh, we do mushroom retreats here.
Oh.
I was like, fuck. Can I bring the cameras? And it was like, yeah, fuck you. Because we hadn't seen each other in ages, like, due to COVID. And then, like, it kind of freed up. And then we were, like, sitting on these, like, on our series, TV series, for, I don't watch, just a YouTube series. And we was just like, fuck. We had this idea to have a first episode, just a normal, just normal cooking, like what it is. And then it was just like, fuck. Rang Charlie, I was like, gee, are you keen to do mushrooms for our first episode? And he was just like, just started cracking up, and he was just like, bro, this has probably been the best fucking phone call I've ever had with you. And I was like, what, are you serious? It's like, yeah, fuck, I'm keen. And then so we just like, I linked it up, and then we just, we fucking took this like juice, this lemonade.
Yeah.
That was mix of mushrooms in it. It's my first time, his first time. And then the buzziest thing about it,
Fuck, it was buzzy, bro.
it's just like, not even taking the mushrooms was the biggest experience that day. It was the fact that he had no idea, Charlie had no idea about this, didn't know where the place was. I link it up. We drive out there, and then this guy's like, holy shit, this is like where my grandparents used to stay.
Oh wow.
And then
Right next door,
we pull up, and he was like, yeah, fuck, that's the house right there. And I was just like, whoa, and I got this like real fucking buzzy wave of like just tingles. We went down to the house, down the left. It was my mate. It was like, he has no idea who it is. And then we went in, took the stuff, and then we ventured off, and they sent us out into the bush by ourselves. And then we were walking around, and then he was just like, we walked back through, and then he was like, fuck, I know why I like cooking outside. Because of this place, this bush. And then I'll let him finish the story, because it was me. He's going to share the story, like what it means to him, that place, that exact space that we knew nothing about. We didn't know that he had a connection there. And then
it was buzzy, bro. Like, so like they gave us the mushies and then sent us off into the bush. And bro, I was like when we first got there, I made the connection. I was like, bro, Buzzy, that's where my grandparents used to stay. And then when we were going through the bush, I was like, bro, this is the exact bush that I used to go walk around with my granddad when I was younger. And he would like take me out into the bush. We'd just go exploring around, and then he'd be like, sweet, now Charlie, you find our way home. Like you suss it out, like you figure out what way we came and find our way home. So like that would be always the thing we do, and I'd always be able to find my way home through the bush.
Yeah.
And then then we went off and we fucking and doing mushies in the bush, and it was like this buzzy. It was like the experience itself was buzzy as because
everything's fucking moving.
Yeah.
And then like the dirt is like breathing.
Yeah, bro. Everything's breathing, bro.
Yeah, everything's just
but
moving like
you're
this.
like real in tune with the environment. And like we had just got out of lockdown, and so all three of us were like feeling real like stagnant, and like we needed to like get rid of that energy, that lockdown energy. And then bro, we were out in the bush, and then on the way back, we were walking, and we went past this like this little lake that I remember when I was a little kid, and I just like stopped and like stared at it, and I was like, man, like this lake, I used to not be able to find it sometimes when I was out in the bush, and like because I didn't know where it was, and it's just like completely covered in green moss, and I just stood there and I was like, bro, like this is like what this area of bush, it's not very like, it's pretty big, like, but it's not very like, you'd never go there if you weren't like, if you didn't come from the houses. And I was like, bro, this area is the reason why I like being outside, like why I love like connecting to nature, is like for this exact bush here.
Yeah.
And then we were like trying to find our way back, and we were lost, bro. We were lost, and we were tripping out. And we were like, fuck. And I was like, bro, I know how to get home, bro. Just follow me. You know, like we were like going through this bush, and I was like, this bush right here, I know this tree, bro. Like I know that, like I know, like I know it's this way. Like fucking going through like, I had obviously been there before, but like maybe like 25 years ago or something. Fuck, it was buzzy. Yeah.
So it was like a real full circle thing, and us just seeing him do all of this, and him connecting back to all of these thoughts, and the whole reason why he's like pretty much the eggplant, you know, like the version you guys see.
Yeah.
And we got to experience that like right in front of us. Like this is like, do you ever remember what you were what inspired you to do? You know, the stuff that you're doing now from being a kid. That was crazy scene right here. Like, oh shit, this is what made him want to do all of this in this position. And we
so
knew
there was like kind of like a big gap when you were a kid. To that point, but that point reminded you, back then, the why you're doing it.
Yeah, the why,
oh,
fuck. Bro.
That's out of it, man.
Like I hadn't been back to that place for like,
Oh fuck! And then
no, that was the spot
because you went to the same spot.
Yeah.
That took you where you are now.
Like, yeah, bro.
And I had no idea. He never told me anything about this place, like his nana's place, or anything about the bush. That bush. And that bush was the bush that was right out the back of my mate's house that was doing these mushroom retreats.
So when you got there, it was like random.
Yeah,
random
completely random. Like he had no idea that, bro. And then
that's a sign, man.
Bro, it was like this weird moment of like, bro, we're on the right track. You know, like someone's telling us that we're on the right track, bro. Like I had mad like connection, like I felt mad connection to my mum when I was out there as well.
Yeah,
like. I don't know, probably was the mushies, but but you know, like I think that that's what mushrooms do is like they get you kind of in tune to the things about the world that we can't see, you know, like you know that we can't understand.
Well, what I've heard that it unlocks your mind to new things. Like if you're a creative, it will unlock certain parts of your creativity that you'll never know unless you've done it.
Yeah, I think that's why I. In my brain, I was like, this might be good for us, you know, like let's go out here with the intent to find a recipe, but in actual, you know, like we needed this, and then it was so fucking buzzy when it was, you know, a lot of it was coming around, you know, built around this guy on that whole day.
Yeah, that was buzzy, yes.
That's because we heard a lot of stories about that kind of thing.
Yeah.
How it unlocks.
Yeah.
And you just wonder why it's illegal.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
I mean,
it'll turn people into great, amazing human beings.
Straight up.
Yeah.
I definitely have a theory on why that would hold it from people.
Well, bro, you know what mushrooms do, bro? Like in wild. You know, like say there's a forest, right?
Oh yeah, this is cool as.
Yeah, bro. There's a forest, right? And there's like mushrooms everywhere, right? Mushrooms will be like, say if it rains in this part of the forest, but it actually like never rains in this part of the forest, mushrooms take the water that way. So like they keep the whole forest working.
They're like a communication.
There's like
it's sick.
Like webs underneath the ground.
Yeah.
It's just like all interconnected like fungus spores and stuff. So like they're actually connected to the world and the earth like way more than we understand. And I think that's why like some mushrooms can tap you into that, like because that, you know, like you ingest them and then they like kind of get you on that wavelength of like connecting to the nature, I guess. Yeah. It's buzzy, bro.
That is interesting.
And it's
so cool, eh?
Because the one I heard was how the red top mushrooms.
Yeah.
It's connected to Santa Claus. You heard that one?
Nah.
It's connected to Santa Claus, man. And the whole thing about Christmas. Because it's the same colours, white and red.
True.
Those ones. Because this is a story I heard. Like, you know how when the mushroom grows and it reproduces, it shoots out spores?
Yeah.
And when it does that, there's a perfect circle of spores. Because it shoots off in the middle.
Yeah.
So there's going to be a perfect circle of spores around it, and more will grow.
Yeah.
And when the first humans, or the humans at that time, saw it, they thought it was like a supernatural thing.
Yeah.
Because how can it be a perfect circle?
Yeah.
and they'll try it, and they get, they'll try it, and then they'll get these hallucinations or lock stuff in their brain, and then they'll talk out of it stuff to other people, and they'll think that they are some kind of higher power. Because they're like taking the mushroom, but they're talking out of it shit.
All these things, like creating things that didn't exist before.
Yeah, that's right. And they're talking out of it shit. So, and that's sort of like this theory is how some religions start.
Yeah,
because now the normal people think this guy's like a priest or some higher power.
He's connected to.
Yeah. So they're like, they're now followers of this person.
Yeah.
So this person can take them wherever they want to go. Like, sort of thing.
Buzzy,
but I don't know how it ends up to Santa Claus. other than the same colors, but I missed that bit. But it was interesting.
I was waiting when Santa Claus coming.
Santa Claus. Yeah. That's Barry. That's Buzzy. It makes sense the way, like, especially, like, how someone that like changes their way of thinking can be like, if everyone thinks the same way, and then one person has a fucking trip and is like, actually, I can, and then they start actually being successful and changing their
exactly.
And that's the thing, is like everyone is stuck somewhere, and if you can break away from that and be like, fuck it, let's do our own thing, let's take some fucking mushies and change our path.
And
then everyone will be like, hopefully everyone will be like, oh look at the example that you're setting, fucking let's follow that. I don't know.
This is exactly the story you guys come from.
Yeah. So we're Santa Claus, basically.